Today is going to be a great day. Today is quite a day. And I am Nikki G, your host, and this is the Lone Doctrine, your exploration station. And we are tuning in with you today with a bonus episode because the world is facing something together. And together, we can be the solution. All throughout the world, we are immersed in the crisis of the coronavirus. Now, I don't say crisis to scare you. I say crisis to emphasize the importance of us coming together now more than ever. We've all heard this term, social distancing. We've heard this way of life that we've had to change, and currently, I live in Los Angeles, California, and California is at a stay-at-home regimen, if I'd like to call it, to put a positive spin on it, to make sure that we slow down the virus. Now, I believe instead of calling it social distancing, we should call it physical distance, because what's happening is that a lot of people don't understand how quickly this virus can spread. And that's the point of staying home. The point of staying home is not what you might think it is. It's not a system trying to control you. It's not this turmoil of the economy. It's not this or that or this country against this country. I have heard so many different things. I stand there baffled because at the end of the day, this virus doesn't care who you are, where you're from. It can infect anyone and everyone. And I put emphasis on that because we need to step back as humans and realize that we are part of the solution. If we were to all take this seriously and we were to physically distance ourselves, it is a proven scientific fact that the virus could no longer be transmuted and move about the world. So we would no longer be in this position. So I've come to you today to talk about a few things, not just the importance of physical distancing, quote unquote, social distancing, but also the importance of realizing this isn't just about you, this is about everyone. It is said that the bottom line, unless we really start to practice physical distancing, is that all of us will know someone who is infected by the end of this. And I really don't want to say that someone will pass that we know because of this. And that's what I want to avoid. I'm constantly thinking about my loved ones, my friends, my neighbors, my community. It's for everyone else. We sacrifice all these things for the well-being of everyone. Now, I'm sure you've heard a million different opinions, and I'm sure you have your set of opinions, and we're all entitled to our opinions. But I want to emphasize that creating a positive mindset throughout this, now it's not just turning and looking the other way and going, everything's going to be just fine, but finding the way to be productive, constructive, and being part of the solution is what's most important right now. And what's even more important is being the person who leads by example and being the person who can provide that emotional support for everyone around them. I'm sure we can all agree that the energy in the world is pretty crazy right now. And what you'll come to find is that when you don't treat your mind as you treat your body, keeping it healthy, keeping it fed, giving it the nutrients and the input it needs, you are going to respond at the level of your consciousness or the level of the mental capacity you're in when we reach times of hardship, and especially when we reach trying times as these. When we aren't feeding our mind, when we aren't putting our mind on the right track, we start to respond out of fear. We start to respond out of sadness. And that can turn into anger. That can turn into resentment, irritability, extra stress. And that's the last thing we need right now. And even though you might be feeling all of these feelings, that's okay. We're all going to go through our ups and downs. But the point is, you want to keep tuning into the good stuff. You want to stay informed, yes, but you don't want to bombard yourself with the information because things are changing so quickly that the information coming in isn't absolute. You want to be able to know enough to keep yourself and your family safe. You want to know what's going on in the world, and you want to know how it's progressing, but you can find that out in a matter of 10 minutes. If you've ever sat and watched the news, they're pretty much saying the same thing they say within the first 10 minutes for the entire hour. Unless there's some breaking news, you can limit yourself and still stay informed. In fact, you might be more informed because you're not putting your well-being into a place where you're so bombarded by the negative that you can't see clearly. I found myself feeling all these ups and downs, and I found my energy being all over the map. I allow myself those feelings, but I also remind myself to push through. And here at the Lone Doctrine, by tuning in, we will help you receive that food for thought that will guide you to keeping your mind on the right track. So we talked about difference of opinion. I've heard it's not a big deal. It's fine. I won't catch it. It's just a conspiracy. So many different things are happening and so many differences of opinions are being thrown about social media. But here's the realness of the stories. People are getting sick and people are dying. In Italy, they're so bombarded by patients that they're having to treat people in the hallways. They're having to put multiple beds in multiple rooms. They're having to put bubbles around people's heads to help them breathe. And they're running out of equipment and they're running out of people on the front line because they are also getting sick. Here in the US, yesterday I just read about a family losing 4 members of their immediate family from this virus. Again, I don't say these things to scare you. I say these things to hopefully encourage you to see the realness in what's happening in our world today. And I want you to realize that even though you may feel like you could recover because you're young and healthy or just healthy, you could infect someone else. You could be that person who creates that ripple effect of sending someone into a hospital where they're too overpacked and cannot be treated. It's so important that even if you feel healthy, even if you think you can recover, even if you think you don't have it, you might have it. And the fact is, we have to now think outside of ourselves. We have to be the solution, and we have to choose to do the right thing. Now, you might be saying, well, other people aren't doing it. Other people are going to the beaches and the bars, and other states don't seem to care. And something my grandma used to always say, don't allow someone else's poor decision to affect your good character. It's up to us to make the decision and to lead by action. If you are a longtime listener, I emphasize taking action all the time, and I'm saying it right now. Now is the time more than ever to take action and do the right thing. If not for yourself, then for your loved ones. And not for your loved ones, then for someone else's loved ones. I have loved ones on the front line. And to see people not taking this seriously worries me every single day because it puts my loved ones at a higher risk of having more people come into the hospitals and more of a chance for my family to be infected. So, if you are someone that is choosing to be part of the solution, or if you haven't made that choice yet, but you come to find that maybe that is the best choice, you're probably finding yourself at home and possibly going a little stir crazy. So along the lines with emphasizing how important this physical distancing is, we wanted to give you some ideas on how to create a home-life balance. A lot of people, this is very new. A lot of people are starting to work from home and never have worked at home before. A lot of people, unfortunately, are losing their jobs and they're at home 24/7 with their children. A lot of people are having a lot more respect for our teachers and our administrators and our daycare providers, because now we're being put in a position to create and reset our lives to find a new norm, and it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Yes, there are hardships and challenges that everybody's going through in some sort of way, but I want you to try to find the silver lining. So many people are spending more time with their families. They're learning with their children. They're teaching them things that they won't learn in school. You can now do the things that you've been putting off. You can focus on your home and making it a place of safety and showing your gratitude for having a roof over your head by cleaning and organizing. You are in a position to rest. You are in a position to recharge. But I will tell you, it will create so much strength. It will create so much self-discipline when you create a healthy routine each and every day. It's not only important for you to keep moving ahead with your life. How do I create this healthy regimen as I am home and creating this physical distance? Exercising, getting outside, practicing common sense, and keeping your distance from people. Still go hiking, still go walking, sit in the backyard, read a book, listen to music. Get those to-dos done. Look around the house, see what can be done. Spend time with your family. Call people more, text people more. Now more than ever, those people that need to hear that they are loved need to hear that they are loved every single day. We're all in this together, and we're all going to be up and down and all around, so it's more important for us to come together. Each and every week, we pick a topic, and ironically, the topic of this month is control. So we have to learn what we can control and what we can't control and make the best of it all. So every single day and every single moment, we wish you well. We wish you happiness. We wish you to find the clarity to find those silver linings in this trying time. And we wish to give you strength to push through, because together we will get through this. We're living in historic times and we're making history, so let's come out on the right side of history. We've had a lot of people asking how they can support us, especially lately. We're so grateful to be able to be with you, and we need your help more than ever. If you found value in our podcast, head on over to patreon.com/Lone Doctrine. It only takes a moment of your time, and with your support, you'll get bonus episodes, more interviews, giveaways, and you'll become part of an awesome community. Together, we are better, and we hope to see you at patreon.com, patreon.com/Lone Doctrine. And remember, the only way to find a solution is to be the solution. Today and every day, keep fighting the good fight.
It's a great day.